Alright, it's hopping to this little fellow. Don't even have enough credits to necessarily put optics on it either, which is what I'm waiting for. Ah, very nice. But yeah, if you guys would like to see any tanks, feel free to request them. I'm going to be starting out with premiums, but even after that, I can get to anything else. I'm going to be mixing in, quite a bit of tanks I'm grinding as well. Except for the E50, unfortunately, right now. Just because I don't have credits to start it yet. But by the next stream, I should be able to get it going. Which, basically, this week coming up, this next weekend, most likely the stream schedule is going to start to change a little bit this next weekend. I'm going to try to keep the days somewhat the same, but more or less what I think is going to have to happen is midweek are kind of going to be the earlier streams, and then, at some point towards the end of the week / weekend, there will be some later streams, but they might actually be a little bit earlier on in the day, since I can't exactly stay up until 11 if I'm going to be getting up for work, at like 4 or 5 in the morning. The T25 Pilot Air, it won't let you add it to the comparison in the garage, funny enough. Essentially what you have here, it's pretty damn mobile. It does have a weak engine though, so climbing hills, anything uphill, it's pretty slow in that regard. Now, I honestly do not want to be over here. However, I can't just leave my Cromwell out here. Oh god, I just shot the frickin' ground. That's not a good start. There you go, Cromwell, I'll help you there. But this thing does not really have any armor to speak of. The mantlet is alright, but at the same time, most of it, right in the center, is only about 206. Oh god. I was hitting back and the freaking lag spikes was not bringing me back. It's pretty much weak enough that a lot of 8s can go through the center of your mantlet, where there's no extra armor behind it. But more or less, the whole armor worse than M26, and the turret for the most part, it's basically the paper tier 8 American medium. What it does have though is the highest amount of DPM for an American tier 8 medium tank, which it's fairly well. It's just this one is essentially trading a lot of armor for a little bit more damage, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it can make it a little bit difficult to actually get shots off of. And the module damage is actually pretty high on this as well. Granted, I only have a couple matches in it, but more or less the 2 matches I played in it, I've been set on fire in both matches pretty easily. One of them actually twice in 2 shots. Alright, I am not liking, having to fight a KV2 and whatnot over here. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Really, the only reason I went over here was that this side was the weak flank. Alright, I'm gonna try to help this guy out, but shit, our Cromwell moved up, so I gotta try to help him. Try to keep whatever tanks we have alive, but alright. But, it is very good at doing damage. It's very similar to if you're playing like the M46KR, M26 Pershing. It's just, oh god. Definitely don't want to come across an ISU 152. Oh god, my other PC just started for some strange reason there. But I'll keep up I'll catch up on chat here in a second. I'm just trying to somehow not die here, but luckily the Comet and gang have not pushed up. I should be able to reload between. Yep. Very nice. Oh, shit. There's a KV2. I'm like, there shouldn't be a tank there. But, D-Pan, hello. I haven't exactly played a ton of matches in this, but looking at its stats, it's, you know, it's a good tank for premium. It is a little bit weak on armor compared to other American mediums, but, you know, it's basically like, shit, they've already beat me to the cap. I wanted to go to their cap to put pressure on it, but unfortunately, you know, if they're already at ours, there's no hope at me, you know, for pushing to their cap, unfortunately. But I should be able to make it back here. It's just, I really do not want to have to go up against a defender. You know, he's can basically two-shot me, essentially. You know, a little bit lucky if he gets high rolls, but more or less, you know, it's not a good situation for me or my team right now. I just hope that I can get over here quick enough. Thank you for the subscription, Mustafa. Dude, you need to run. Very nice. He took the defender out. That actually helps very much so. Hopefully this Hellcat doesn't get a shot on me. But if this TD can stay alive, I'm fairly confident that I can work something out here. So he's either going to have to point at me. Yep, that TD can basically pop right up and shoot him. It's kind of lose-lose situation for him here. But if you like other American tier 8 mediums, you're going to like this tank. Do you necessarily need it? That's debatable, you know, because it is very much like the other American mediums. But there's missions to get it for free, and, you know, say you complete 10 out of the 13 or something like that, you're going to be able to get a tier 8 premium for, what, like $4 or $5 or something. Like some really cheap number there. Alright, that Ticker Max should be able to just pop him. I was just seeing if he was going to try to push out forward. Yeah, it does look a little bit odd, since it is basically like a T25. But, yeah, it does perform well. Got a Mastery Badge First Class here. And, you know, if you like American tanks, it's pretty much right up your alley. Yeah, it's very easy to play, and just pretty much play it like a slightly slower Pershing with less armor, but a better gun. Sounds pretty good to me. But again, you know, you kind of have to weigh how, you know, if you have an M26K